Hey guys, and welcome to the next episode of going through each AFL club's best 22 for 2024. And today we're looking at the Melbourne Footy Club. Melbourne have, obviously the 2021 premiers, have gone out in straight sets the last two seasons. And as I go through this team, it's a pretty strong on paper. So they'd be hoping to avoid those final losses in 2024 and go to another level, which they definitely should be capable of looking at this side. Okay, starting from the back line, and I reckon this is probably the best back line in the comp, along with some others. Collingwood also has a very strong back line, but Melbourne, Lever and May, outstanding, have been for a very long time for Melbourne now. Rivers, McVee, who had a very strong first season, really underrated. Salem, and then Tomlinson as well gets the job done. A very strong backline. They're so well set up behind the ball, so that will not be an issue, and there's not much more I have to touch on there. Also, their midfield, Gawn, best ruckman in the comp, has been for the best part of a decade now. Petrarca and Ronaldo, two of the best players in the competition. Viney, Hunter and Langdon on the wings. Very, 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 very strong midfield there for the Melbourne Footy Club. Oliver will be a very interesting watch. There'll be a lot of media attention around him in 2024, obviously, but I have no doubt that on the field he will still continue to be one of the best midfielders in the competition. And now we'll look at the forward line, which is probably the most discussed part of the ground for Melbourne. Obviously, one of their biggest struggles in recent times has been their ability to score. We'll have a look at that. They tried Grundy last season, didn't work at all. Working with Gordon playing on the forward line. Now and again, they sort of got things that worked a little bit, but it never quite eventuated. So I'll run through Melbourne's forward line that I've got here. I've got Pickett, very good player. They'd be hoping he goes to a next level. He shows sparks all the time, but he just never quite has that sort of complete run of games. McAdam, who they brought across from the Crows, I think he starts in the side. Fritsch, obviously a very, very strong sort of third tall forward, kicks goals. He's a natural goal kicker. I've got Melksham in there. When Melksham was playing well late last season, that's when they were really starting to look strong, especially in the forward line. I think their win against the Swans in Sydney was a very strong display of that. So when Melksham was playing well, they seemed to get sort of the mix was starting to look right. He was very good against Brisbane in that win at the MCG as well. But obviously doing his injury, and he won't be available for the most part of 2024, but he will come back later in the season, you would have hoped. Have to wait and see there. Harrison Petty, he's moved forward, and I expect him to play there. And also Jacob Van Ruin, young key forward, had a pretty good season in 2023, and they'll be hoping for Melbourne's sake that he can sort of emerge as the key point of that Melbourne forward line. On the bench, I got Brayshaw, probably chop out in the midfield, as well as playing some time in defence. Sparrow, another midfielder. Neil Bullen, high half forward. Roland Bowie as well on the half back line. So it's a very strong side. It's their top end that's really exciting. May, Lever, Gawn, Petrarca, Oliver, probably the names that come to mind straight away as the absolute stars of the competition. They've got some other really good players around them: Fritsch, Pickett, Langdon, Brayshaw, etc. So it's a very strong side. Whether they can find the way to score, that's what's going to be the real talking point for the D's. Is their ability to score. Let me know if you think I've left anybody out. It's a pretty strong side, so it's not easy to pick. But obviously there's plenty of players that sort of pick themselves in there. Let me know if you think I've left anybody out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one when we look at the North Melbourne Footy Club.